What is specifically different about your campaign, and why should people not only vote for you, but donate their time and their money?
Well, I've been on the campaign trail for 8 months now, and I've gone to every corner of Texas, from Beaumont to El Paso, from Amarillo to Brownsville, and everywhere in between. And I've been shocked by the number of people turning out at our rallies, at our town halls. I can't tell you the number of people who have come up to me at the end of these events and whispered, "I'm not a Democrat," like they're in the witness protection program. And the number of young people who have been coming to our events, donating, volunteering, I mean, it's unprecedented. There is something happening in the state of Texas. I get the sense that people are hungry for a different kind of politics, one that's rooted in old-fashioned values of honesty, integrity, service, some things we've gotten away from in recent years. But I really do believe that those old-fashioned values are about to make a comeback in 2026.
That's outstanding. All right, so let's ask you at least one kind of hard question.
Yeah.
Name a real issue: immigration, energy, gun control, where you would vote against traditional Democratic leadership.
Yeah, and I've been bucking my own party since I got elected in 2018. I flipped a Trump district in Williamson County, Texas, a county that was so red it hadn't voted for a Democrat.
I was not aware of that.
That's right. Yeah, Round Rock and Hutto and Taylor and Georgetown, these are all cities that I won.
Oh, yeah.
And I did that by being independent. I'm a proud Texas Democrat. This is Lyndon Johnson's Senate seat that I'm running for.
Okay.
And I'm proud of that legacy. But I already have a religion and I already have a sports team. So I have no problem sharing hard truths with my own party. So let's just take the first issue you mentioned, border security. I called out Joe Biden for failing to secure our southern border. And I got a lot of heat in my own party for doing that. But I remember talking with my colleagues in the legislature who represent border communities, and they told me about the utter chaos caused by President Biden's policies. And the Democratic Party, we're the ones that should be about making government work for people.
Right.
And our immigration system is a prime example of government not working for people. And so I'm a border security Democrat. I believe we've got to have a sane, orderly process to ensure that we know who's coming into our country. And I'm all for welcoming immigrants who want to work hard and live the American dream, who want to make us richer and stronger, as immigrants have always done. But I also think we have to keep out folks who mean to do us harm. And public safety is the most important thing the government does. More important than public education, more important than public health. Nothing matters if we're not keeping people safe. So that's where I'm at on immigration. On energy, I think we need an all of the above energy strategy.
Okay.
We have to protect good paying oil and gas jobs. I've had family members who have worked in the oil and gas industry. I went to Texas public schools funded by Texas Oil and Gas. So I owe a lot to the industry. And I know that some of these jobs keep whole families afloat. Sure. And so I want to protect our status as an energy leader here in Texas. That also means investing in renewables. We're number one in wind and solar, and those are good jobs too. I want us to be number one in batteries and geothermal. I want us to leverage our energy expertise as a state to really lead the country and the world into the future. So, and then you mentioned guns. I am a believer in the Second Amendment. I don't pick and choose between the Bill of Rights. I believe in the Second Amendment just as much as I believe in the First. We have a right to bear arms to protect ourselves, our families. We have a right to own weapons for sport or for hunting. But like any freedom in the Bill of Rights, it's not absolute. You have a freedom of speech, but you can't yell fire in a crowded building. You have a freedom to assemble, to protest, but you need a permit before you go, start a rally on a street corner somewhere. The same is true for our Second Amendment. We got to keep guns out of the hands of dangerous criminals. We got to make sure that we've got safe storage laws and background checks so that we're keeping everybody safe. My granddad, my grandpa Talarico, taught me how to shoot in Harper, Texas on his ranch. And the thing he emphasized the most was safety, how to operate a firearm safely. And so I think that's a common value that we all share in this conversation is how do how do we defend and protect the Second Amendment while also keeping everyone safe? And it's going to be a balance. But right now we have extremes on this issue. We have people on the left who are trying to take away people's guns, and we have people on the right, like the NRA, that don't want to see any regulations.
Right.
And so what I'm looking for is kind of a middle path, a common sense path to defend our constitutional rights and also protect our safety.